In DC Rebirth, there are now two Wally Wests, so what would happen if they met? Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where I take trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then I read it dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panel, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. Now, like I said in our opener, the current state of the DC Rebirth universe is that the original Wally West and the new 52 Wally West both exist in the same plane of existence. Both share the same name, and they're both ingrained within the same family, though the original Wally West is currently not in their memories due to the timeline being messed up. With only the Titans and Barry Allen knowing who the original Wally West really is, what'll happen when he meets the new 52 Wally West? Barry walks in to see Iris on Halloween and he notices someone delivered flowers, and he eyeballs them. "Someone gave you flowers?" Wally chimes in from the back. "Aunt Iris has a secret admirer. She explains that they get dropped off every week without a note." And Barry looks at them and then jokingly states, "Maybe I need to start dusting them for fingerprints." And that's when they all get called away. Wally goes on to explain that ever since the Godspeed incident, he's been training with the Flash to become a better Kid Flash. He wants to be like the Flash so bad, but he feels like the Flash is just hard to talk to sometimes. Then, as they're saving people on a bridge, someone tells him, "Nice suit, kid," and another Flash appears in front of him. Wally watches as this new Flash steals the speed from the explosion, saving Wally from that explosion. And then he calls out, "Flash, there's another speedster from the Speed Force storm!" Barry runs over telling Wally it's fine, this is a friend of his. And then this new Flash explains that Wally can call him Flash. But this just confuses Wally. Wait, there are two Flashes? That's confusing. You don't know the half of it, kid. To help make things not super confusing for you, the viewer, at this point, we're going to refer to New 52 Wally West as Wally. We'll refer to Barry Allen as Barry, and the original Wally West will be referred to as Flash, since he doesn't want to reveal his name yet. Barry explains to Wally that he trained this Flash a while ago, and this Flash reaches his hand out to shake Wally's. But that's when something happens, and Barry feels it in his mind. Lightning courses through him and he screams out in pain. "This has happened before! I was warned!" He hits the ground on his knees, and Wally tries to reach out to him, but the feedback from the Speed Force throws him aside. Flash runs over. "Are you okay?" And Wally tells him that it burned him. Barry begins dwelling on everything. "What's the point? Why do we do this? Dress up and save the lives of people who don't want to be saved? Everything we love is being taken away!" He then gets up, lightning shooting off of him. "Neither of you understand. My parents were taken from me, but you were both abandoned. They left you." He then turns to Wally. "Your father would rather you call him uncle instead of dad." And Wally stares at him. "That's right! Daniel West, the Reverse Flash, is your father. He didn't want to admit it, and that's why he became the Reverse Flash." Flash runs over telling Barry to stop right there, and Barry turns to him. "You? You think you could fill my boots? I have no legacy. I'm the Flash. Do you understand me, punk? Me!" He then begins to absorb into the Speed Force, and he begins to pull him in, and then he sees him. Zoom! "You're destined to run alone forever. I've seen your future." But Flash has an idea. Barry saved him from the very same thing a short while ago, and he reaches into the Speed Force with the help of Wally. And then with an explosion, the Speed Force is calmed down. Barry looks at Flash and Wally and he tells them that he's sorry. They did it. They stopped the Speed Force from absorbing him. While they all should be happy about this, Wally looks at him scared. "Is Uncle Daniel really my dad?" Barry turns to him. "Wally, I'm sorry. I found out when he was arrested." And Wally takes off confused. He knows that Barry didn't mean what he said, but could it be true? Did Daniel West become the Reverse Flash because of Wally? Barry begins to try and chase after him, but the Flash tells him not to. Sometimes you need to run it off. Later that evening, Flash gets out of costume and he catches up with Wally. They both ask each other if they know who they are, since they've only ever met in costume. And Wally tells the Flash, "It's kind of easy. The red hair is a giveaway." Wally explains everything, how he used to idolize his Uncle Daniel, and why would Daniel leave him? What was wrong with him? So the Flash tells him that when he was a kid, his parents fought all the time, and when they sent him away, he felt rejected as well. He dealt with it with lessons that Barry taught him, that it's all about believing in yourself with your heart. Your powers don't matter. You aren't alone, Kid Flash, no matter what has happened in the past. Wally finally cracks a smile and asks him if he has any advice for working with Barry. So the Flash points at him. "One day, you're gonna challenge the Flash to a race, and he's gonna let you win. It's who the Flash is." They both suit up and they run off as Flash tells him, "We're family, Kid Flash. I'm here for you." And then he ran to go meet with Barry. He explained that they discovered who had removed him from the timeline and that it had screwed everything up. It was the villain Abracadabra, and he fought him along with the Titans. This is a story that we will be covering shortly, so don't worry, you aren't missing that much. It hasn't concluded yet. Barry then asked him if he was the one delivering the flowers, and the Flash tells him it is him. He wants her to know that someone cares about her. Barry tries to convince him to tell Iris everything, but he tells him it isn't time. Abracadabra hit the Titans hard. Yes, he made the world forget about this version of Wally, but he isn't the one messing with the timelines, and they need to solve that before he'll tell anyone anything. So the two of them suit up and they get ready to run some more. But Barry tells the Flash one thing that he saw while in the Speed Force: an odd-looking helmet with a set of wings on it. He doesn't know what it was, but it filled him with hope. This issue was incredible because it shows that the Flash family is coming back together, and if you're wondering whose helmet that was at the very ending, because maybe you're newer to comics, that's Jay Garrick, the original Flash. It's gonna be really interesting to see how they bring him into this entire Rebirth situation. I'm Benny the Comicstorian, and if you want to talk about this, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Comicstorian. I do check my Twitter all the time, and when it comes to Instagram, I do respond when I see it, but it's a lot harder to sort through those messages. I'll see you guys next time right here.